Beer is proof God loves us and wants us to be happy is a quote that adorns tourist-tat t-shirts and bar mirrors across the world. It also, as far as anyone can tell, was never actually said by the man usually given credit, Benjamin Franklin. But regardless of whether the founding father uttered the words, it seems to ring true for Emma McClarkin, the recently appointed boss of the British Beer and Pub Association, who is positively giddy about her new gig. "I'm from the country, you spend a lot of time hanging out in pubs," she tells City A.M. in her new office in Brewers Hall on Aldermanbury Square, a site where brewers have been meeting since at least 1403. Read more. Treasury Committee calls for business rates review. The pub is part of our societies, our communities. It's where you celebrate, it's where you commiserate, it's where you welcome people into this world and send them out. So it's just always been a hub, she says. And when you love beer, you go to really good pubs to get your really good beer. So the two go together. But while McClarkin may be a firm advocate of the great British boozer, the industry has had a torrid time of it in recent years. The number of pubs in the UK has fallen 22% since 2000, and 3 pubs a day are going to the wall, the BBPA says, due to the tax burden they pay. The body says that rate of closure won't slow down, with more than 1 in 10 pubs closing in the next 5 years if there aren't changes to duty or business rates. So McClarkin has a busy inbox as she starts her job. But after 10 years in Brussels as a Conservative MEP for the East Midlands, she is surely well placed to navigate choppy political waters. "From my experience over in Brussels, I know about the legislation that impacts on the food and drink industry," she says. "We dealt with tourism packages and looking at alcohol policy on the whole. So having dealt with that and how that's been implemented or translated back here in the UK, I understand how you sculpt and make that policy, but now I'll be doing that from the other side." Evidence of previous lobbying efforts sits beside her desk in the form of a Rugby World Cup 2015 memento, a reminder of her work for the Rugby Football Union in ensuring government funding for a successful bid to host the 2015 global tournament. The general election has given McClarkin an opportunity to make the industry's case, and for her, the most pressing issues are 3 Bs, business rates, beer duty, and, Brexit. Do politicians get the pub? "We have a lot of beer champions. But I think they really need not to take the pub for granted," she says. "We really need to emphasize that you need to create the right environment in order to sustain it. You can't just expect it to be there without any support. So that means looking at business rates, looking at beer duty and supporting those business." For more on this story, visit the news article link.